everyone, welcome to the Tea Library. That was the best name I could come up with for this series. If you have a better suggestion, let me know. But for now, it's the Tea Library because I have tea and I have books. So in case you have no idea what's going on, this is one of my ideas to revamp my YouTube channel. I am participating in the Goodreads reading challenge for 2018. My reading goal is 75 books. So I thought it might be fun to check in with myself every once in a while, do a little bit of a book review, and let you know how I'm doing with my reading challenge. So the first book that I read this year is actually still the only book I've read, mostly because it is really big. So this book is 507 pages, which is part of why it took me so long to read. It's called the Bane Chronicles. This book is part of the Shadowhunters series by Cassandra Clare. She co-wrote this book with Rees Brennan and Maureen Johnson. One of the most interesting things about this book is that it's not your typical chapter book. It is separated into 11 short stories, all revolving around the character of Magnus Bane. I was super excited to read this book because I really love Magnus Bane. He's one of my favorite characters in the Shadowhunters series, and I was really excited to learn more about him and learn some of his adventures that he's done outside of the stories that we've seen him in. Out of the 11 stories in the book, I liked about 9 of them. There were 2 that I found fell a little short. They didn't have the same sort of adventurous qualities. I understood their purpose in the sort of larger picture of the whole book and getting to know Magnus Bane, but as individual stories, I found that they weren't exciting enough. They didn't build up enough anticipation or energy, but I still enjoyed 9. So 9 out of 11 is pretty fantastic. What else can I say about the Bane Chronicles? I did enjoy how the Bane Chronicles introduced us to many other characters who we've heard of only in mentions in the other books in the Shadowhunters series. But now we get to learn a little bit more about them as people, and how they fit into Magnus's life and how their interactions with Magnus then influenced his interactions with other characters who we have met. On the whole, I gave the Bane Chronicles 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads and would highly recommend it to anybody who has ever picked up one of the Shadowhunters novels. It's pretty fantastic. I think it holds up to the rest of the novels in the series. It is pretty big, like I said, so it might take you a while to read unless you sit down and power through it, which I can do, I just chose not to, but it is definitely a worthwhile read. And like I said, it's a collection of short stories, so each story can be read as a standalone, but they do tie into each other, so it's way more fun to read them as a collection. So I hope you enjoyed the first edition of the Tea Library. I will be back, who knows when, with another book in my reading challenge. If you have any book recommendations for me for my reading challenge, or just in general, leave me a comment down below or shoot me a tweet. I will happily respond. In the meantime, I will bid you adieu. Bye everyone!